good way to start off by doing that.
Definitely could have done that beforehand.
It was so swell. There we go.
Swiggity freaking swaggity.
It's in the baggity. Hey dude, I'm live streaming, so I won't be able to talk on the phone. I mean, you can go on Discord technically, where I'll send you messages. What's up, Trippy? Yeah, I'm just I'm setting up right now. I'm getting all my gear. I need a. My Krill's leather top is at 25% right now. I wonder if I should probably need to take it to my house and get a hammer and fix it. I think that's what we'll do right now. Yeah, I am actually going to do it right now. Can I just send you messages in the game? Sound good? Alright, I'll talk to you later then. I'll see you in game. Bye. Well, today I'm jumping again into. I think I'm just gonna do Corporal Beast again. It's just so much freaking fun. I mean, after that 87 mil drop, and I've been doing it with my brother, so it's been a lot better. It's just been insane how much. Oh, another fun fact, by the way. If you ever have any Barrows stuff, it is way cheaper doing it at your house. I also try to do it before it gets to 0, because I think I save a little bit of money. Shoot. But yeah. What are you thinking though? Because I know also I'm going to be doing this for like an hour or so. It's going to be short and sweet. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Good drops. Look at that cash stack right there. I literally got... where is it? Oh, cool. I got house teleports. Nice. House teleports skyrocketed in price, by the way. Just freaking insane. History. Let's see if it's on here. Yep, look at that. Got the Spectral Sigil. Sold it for 87 mil. And then freaking OXCOM got the... What is it? The other sigil that was 170 mil. Freaking insane on the same day. Freaking fire. I was going crazy on that stream. It was amazing. What's up, Clutch? How you doing? We're jumping into more, what is it called? That boss that we kill and we get crap tons of money. Corp. Tee-hee-hee. Yeah, it was freaking lit. So that's the reason why, I'm sorry, I'm addicted to Corp right now, and I would highly suggest, so before we start, I'm just going to explain the setup for Corp, why it's so much better than like any other boss in my opinion. So obviously though, it's super duper rare to get the massive drops, but the thing is, they're very consistent drops. So you get a 1 in 25.3, I believe 0.3 or 0.6, whatever, chance of getting a 1.5 mil drop of Onyx bolts, which is freaking fire. 1 in 25, that's super good for a 1.5 mil drop. Very consistent drops. We've got in one night about 3 Onyx bolts drops, which is 4.5 mil, so that's a split of 2.25 mil each for a, let's just say, about an hour or so. And in my opinion, for bossing, that is super good, like incredibly good. And the input for this is also not too much. You're using 1 prayer potion and 1 divine super combat potion. And you're not even drinking, you're using 1 dose every single fight as long as you're doing duo. The reason why I'm bringing my cannon though is to kill the little minion guy because he's a real pain in the butt. Other than that though, you're bringing food, but you're not really utilizing it that much. Just because stuff is, sorry, somewhat of my words because I'm just so excited. You're not really utilizing your food that much unless you just get unlucky and he hits the crap out of you. We're lowering his stats to pretty much 0, so the only way he can hit you is when he uses his max attack. So he's not that hard once you get his stats down. The problem though is the buy-in for him. It's up there. So you're gonna want to need a Bandos God Sword. You want a Dragon Warhammer. The thing is though, this can also be utilized over multiple people. So one person can do Dragon Warhammer and the Bandos God Sword, or if anything, if you can't afford it, you just get the Bandos God Sword and then the Arclight. Arclight is free. You just utilize that with the Dark Light, and then you get the shards. So you can have the Amulet of Torture, or you can have the Fury. You need Krill's leather top, Krill's leather skirt, which is, I mean, it's not dirt cheap. Oh, shoot, let's see. Can I examine that and it'll show me the price? Yeah, it's like 3.4 mil. Wow, that's really up there. Okay, so, I mean, it's not the end of it. It's like, okay, 4.4 mil plus the Zamarocking Spear, which is actually like 13 mil. So you're looking at, for the best in gear slot, you're looking at, I know there's also obviously better gear, like for, you know, other stuff. You're looking at like 200 mil. And for my opinion, for a really decent boss, that's not that bad. So 200 mil, or if you just want meh gear, I mean, like actually like almost way up there to gear that actually will still work extremely well. I mean, 50 mil. That's just my opinion. So that's when you don't have the Dragon Warhammer, and then you don't have the Amulet of Torture. You have the Zamarocking Spear with the Dragon Boots, with Barrow's Gloves. Berserker Reimbued, I mean, you need to have that. You should already have that. Mystical Cape is free, pretty much. Fire Cape, you do need that as well. It'll definitely help you. But my brother's not even using the Fire Cape, he's using the Mythical Cape. So that's not even that bad. You need Dragon Defender instead of the Avernic Defender. Well, you have to realize, I mean, I've done so much bossing that's, you know, if you compare, look up the max gear for the Nightmare, and now look up the max gear for Corp. There is I mean, Inquisitors. Let's see, can you buy Inquisitors set? 409 mil right there. Just for the armor. That doesn't include Amulet of Torture. That doesn't include your spec weapon with the Dragon Warhammer. That doesn't include the Avernic Defender, or your Fire Cape, or your Primordial Boots. Like, it's for a super high level monster, it is extremely cheap buying, if that makes any sense. As well as your top tier armor and your second tier armor are so similar, where like noobs, like when I say noobs, I'm level 126. A noob to me is like level 100. Level 100 to 105 can still fight this monster, and you'll do very decent. So, in my opinion, like Corp, if you can just learn it and get your stats up to probably base 90s, you really could jump in and help people out. Like, you know, duo it or trio it. I mean, that's very, you know, it's kind of the same with other monsters as well. But the fact that it's just, I don't know. Oh, I forgot my, sorry. So I'll just show you guys a run and how it's really not terrible. A big thing though that I would highly suggest, this is just me though, is utilizing a rune pouch instead of utilizing house teleports, because I didn't even think about it, but it's just so much cheaper. The only problem is just your switches, but a house teleport right now, so a teleport to house is currently costing 886, but a law rune, I mean, this is gonna be your biggest. A law rune costs 130, 132. And then what, air and earth, which is a fourth of the price, maybe a fifth of the price. So if you want to save some money, that's just my opinion. But I'll show you guys what pretty much. So the hardest thing that you're gonna have probably is gonna be your house. That's gonna be the hardest thing for you to jump in and figure out. So we're gonna hop worlds. Hey, nice. Yeah, that's gonna cost you money. Ooh, look at the cool the cannons look. I love that. That looks so neat. I'm not gonna buy it, pay for it, unless I have like a crap ton of money just randomly lying around, but I think that's like the coolest. About to say, your only other hardest thing is just finding a world and not being jumped in on. The worst thing that can happen, but this isn't for any monsters, when people literally just leech. Leeches is people who jump into a fight, haven't done any damage or anything to prepare for it, and then just steal your kill. Because pretty much what we're doing is we are setting up the boss by pretty much just running in here and trying to land special attacks. So the reason why I have a Dragon Warhammer is because every single time I land a special attack, it depletes the monster's defense by 30%. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm landing 3 special attacks hits with the Dragon Warhammer, while my brother is utilizing the Arc Light to also, the Arc Light, you land 3 Dragon Warhammer hits. This is even for solo. Once you land 3 Dragon Warhammer hits, therefore his defense is now depleted by 90%. Now, what you do then with the Arc Light is you hit him, you utilize the spec 20 times. What the Arc Light does is it depletes the your target's attack, strength, and defense by 5%. So therefore, by 20 times 5 is 100. That's actually 100, yeah. So that will therefore decrease his defense all the way, as well as decrease the other stats. So oh shoot, I forgot to. Hey, what's up, Nikolai? Hey, nice, congratulations. So the biggest reason why I'm landing the Dragon Warhammer hits is one, to decrease the defense, as well as so that we can pretty much start speccing with other weapons. The biggest thing though about the Arclight that I figured out is you don't actually have to land a hit for the effect to happen. That's the one thing with the Dragon Warhammer and pretty much any other weapon that I'm tracking, is in order to decrease the defense or the stats of another person or of a boss, you actually have to land the spec. And when I mean land the spec, literally, like, I use the special attack and I do damage, 1 or more. So like I just landed the spec, and you see my counter up here went up, and I just landed another spec right there. Oh, nice. That's exciting stuff right there, clutch. I need to get my fishing level up. I'm only level like 91 right now. I'm trying to get max. It's work though. So as you can see, I have currently landed 3 Dragon Warhammer specs. I had landed 1 Arclight spec, but the thing is, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if you land an Arclight spec, you still effectively drain the stats. So right now it says I've landed it 3 times, however I've done it actually 4. And now I'm asking how many he's gotten. Hey, nice. That's a huge accomplishment. 84 fish, and that's getting up there, that's for sure. Okay, cool. So he has landed 10 total Arclight, or he is hitting it 10 times. So pretty much we just need to get to 20. And then what we do after that is we switch over to the Bandos Godsword. The reason why we're utilizing the Bandos Godsword is, as you can see, every single time I run in here, I'm praying magic. He beats the living crap out of you when you're if you don't pray magic. So the Bandos Godsword is utilized last because all his other stats that are protecting him from our massive hits are now drained, so then we can actually land the BGS hits. And therefore, once we go in for the final attack, we actually don't need to utilize our protect from magic. And you'll see he'll just become like a rubber duck, like he's just nothing. So, as you can see, I've landed now 8 Arclight special hits, but I've performed 10 hits. So now I'm just going to tell him switch over to the BGS now. I'll switch over to BGS myself, and now we're effectively now decreasing his magic stats 1. It'll decrease his magic defense and his magic attack. So the biggest thing with the BGS though is you actually have to once again land a hit. For every damage you do, it decreases the stats of the monster by the damage dealt, pretty much. And so the biggest reason why we're also using it last is because it says it drains a stat. So we want to drain all the other stats before jumping into this, because we want to prone in on or focus on magic. So by decreasing strength, attack, defense, and all that other stuff, all he has left pretty much is just his magic defense, or his magic in general. So that's why we're now attacking that and zoning in on it. There you go, that's the word I was looking for, was zoning in. Oh, nice. 88. Dang. Oh, so you got 84 fishing. Is that 4 minnows or something like that? And do you have the full, for fishing, do you have the full angler's outfit? Because you need the full angler's outfit in order to go on to the fishing dock, right? I've always wanted to get that just to go down the fishing dock, because it's so much better. I think for sharks, right? Or you catch sharks, or you catch minnows there, and it's a decent money-making method, and it's very AFK fishing, I believe. So now we are pretty much, what we're doing is telling each other how much damage we have done now, and then, gotcha, ding-a-ling-a-ding-dong. Yeah, I don't have any pieces for the angler outfit because I was like, I looked at the fishing trawler and I was like, that's too much work, too much time. I've just been bossing and doing other leveling. Fair enough, that makes sense. That's smart. You know, you're smart. You're clutch. Nice, he's at 68 total. So for this, what we usually do is get to 200. And so pretty much we've hit 200, so we'll probably just do one more run. And so pretty much, he is getting hit by the magic attack still though. The one thing I don't like is when you run in here and you're still getting hit by the magic attack. But after landing that, I think I'm pretty confident. Oh, nice. So we're just gonna switch on over to our Crystal Halberd. Crystal Halberd is super important. If you don't have the Crystal Halberd, you want to be utilizing the Dragon Halberd. And I will show you why right now. Is because this spec is just insane. Oh well, right when that happened, of course. It has just the best spec for this monster. It's because you utilize either halberds or you utilize hosta or spears or whatever. And the reason why I just turn my cannon on is because this freaking dweeb right here, because he's a pain in the butt. If you can hit this guy right before he goes into midair, it will automatically disable him. Like, I think that should have killed him. Ah, dang it. It will kill him for the rest of the fight. If he lands on you, he starts draining your HP like super fast, and he starts healing up Corp. This is also what the pet looks like. The pet is a combination of the Dark Core Energy and the Corporal Beast, which I believe you can you change pretty much. Like, you just right click and he changes. I think there's one more boss kind of like that. Is it the Cow Fight Queen maybe? I don't think it's the Cow Fight Queen actually. So as you can see, this is a really easy boss. It's pretty much AFK if this stupid little Dark Core would go away. He can't do much damage to you. He can every so often possibly hit you with like a 40 or something like that. Or if you're like a dweeb like me and you just get sloshed by the Dark Core Energy, then he can kind of land a couple of hits. So yeah, I mean, it's really not that bad. I'm pretty much just going to pull this stupid Dark Core Energy over here. Hopefully my cannon can get it. I just have to time it out correctly. Hopefully he jumps. There we go. Perfect. Oh, dang it. Or you just pretty much just time it out to where he just jumps way over there and then jumps back. You run back over here, and then he jumps again. So, not the end of the world. The issue with the Dark Core Energy that people have, though, is because while you're wasting all that time, you could be landing hits. And so, as you can see, the Corporal Beast can still land hits on you. But, I mean, it's nowhere near, like, earlier I got hit with, like, a 54 or something like that and, like, 2 hits. I mean, it's crazy what he can hit you with. I mean, he can 3-spec you to death, like, super fast. I have died to him, I believe, twice. Which I still think that they should make a little thing where it shows you how much damage, how many times you've died to a monster. Because you can see how many times you kill a monster. That'd be kind of funny. Oh, dang it. This guy will not get off me. So, oh, nice, got the full outfit. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Oh yeah, you definitely need it in order to get there. But yeah, there you go. And I think he got the kill, yeah. Mystic Air Stuff. So pretty much if you do more than half the damage, in this case he did, he will get the drop. And as you can see, he is level 112. So I've done it with OXCUM, and he's level 103. So I know that's kind of a high level for some people, but in means of bossing, just for everybody's essay, I know it's me. You may not like this, but it is actually a very low level for high level monsters with gear. The sigil being worth 960 mil, and the fact that you can get that at such a quote-unquote low level is just insane. So, but the one thing you just have to worry about when you are low level is pretty much just watching your health, just because of the fact that, you know, a lot less health that you have to worry about. And another cool thing, if your house is not super high level, as you can see, my brother's level construction is not high enough to have all these extra, amenities that I have. And so it actually is really smart if you and your buddy you can split it somehow, or one person has a higher construction level, you can just utilize their house. Pretty much what you do is make sure your house is in the same location, and then have both teleport to house. Change your function to where you teleport to house outside, and then you pretty much right click on the doorway, and then you just go to friend's house, and then it pretty much what you can do is have it to where if you go to your friend's house one time, then it'll automatically pretty much go to your friend's house once it's already in the system. Obviously, you have to type it in the very first time that you go, but see how fast he's still doing it? I mean, he's right behind me, catching me, so obviously I'm pretty slow, though, as you can see. But yeah, so we got through our 4 Dragon Warhammer hits, so I mean, we only needed 3, but I just felt really good, so I just did it. And now we just switch over to the Arclight specs, and yeah. Pretty easy boss. It's just time consuming. A solo kill can range anywhere between about 13 minutes and 16 minutes or so. It depends on how your hits are. I mean, it's just like a lot of bosses. I mean, like Vorkath, like my fastest kill, I think is like 50 seconds or something like that. But then again, I also have gotten 5-minute kills or 3-minute kills where, you know, greatly different. But the fact is that, what's it called? Yeah, it's just going to greatly differ on when you get your Dragon Warhammer specs and then how your Bandos Godsword specs go, and as well as, you know, RNG. So another fun thing too that I was actually really worried about was I really like utilizing my Arclight for demonic gorillas. Demonic gorillas drop the Zenite shard, the Zenite, what's it called? The Zenite gem or whatever, I guess. We'll just call it a Zenite shard. Maybe that's right. That's currently worth, I think I want to say like 10 mil or so, maybe 10 or 11 mil. And it's a pretty high drop rate. It's like 1 out of 400, I think, or 1 out of. It's a pretty good drop rate. That's pretty much after you complete. I think it's Monkey Madness 2, I want to believe. Please don't quote me on that, though. Then you can kill those guys, and they're a really good money-making method if you do that, as well as you can utilize them for, I think, demons. Like black demons, they count as a black demon, I believe. 15 mil, whoa. So yeah, Zenite shards are, like, really good money. So that's the reason why I was doing them for a little bit, and so they're good for Slayer as well. 14.7 mil. Ooh. Not a massive difference. So, but the thing is with those though, is you're utilizing your Arclight, and so it drains the Arclight. You have 1,000 charges when you use 3 ancient shards. You get ancient shards from the Corinne dungeon, from the monsters or Scotizo. And so the biggest thing I was worried about was, crap, dude, I'm gonna have to get a new Arclight, which I ended up getting, and then I'm gonna lose all the charges on this, and so it's gonna be like over and over again. I'm gonna have to get, like, you know, a new one. Well, the cool thing is with the Arclight spec, 1, it drains the stats, and 2, it actually does not use a charge. So it's actually really, really cool. So you can hit the guy with all the specs that you want, and it will not go down at all. So if you don't have an Arclight and you're trying to solo, it's pretty much impossible, just because of the fact of you just can't lower the stats. You can lower the defense pretty well, but once you get that BGS in there, I mean, you have no idea what you're technically lowering, you know? You could be lowering his strength, his attack, you know? So in reality, you really just want the Arclight, or at least just have one person in your fight if you're doing, which I would suggest duo. Trio is going to be your best bet. Duos, as you can see, it's usually taking us about, let's just say 10, 12 minutes or so, which in the grand scheme of things is a lot faster. However, your drops are going to be, I think, a little bit less, obviously a little bit less money, but it's going to be a lot better. One more. I can't spell when I'm doing this. So we'll do one more run, just for the BGS, and then we'll be transitioning over. But yeah, pretty much once you do trios, it's really nice, just because of, pretty much you just run in there. What's it called? You have 2 people doing Dragon Warhammers, land those specs, get 3 of them. You have 1 person doing the Arclight special spec, and then pretty much you just I mean, it's bing bada bang bada boom, like super duper fast. So that was a massive hit. I didn't need to turn this on, actually. What I actually need to do is, there he goes, a 75. Oh, yes, I'm about to say, I had never done Scotizo before, and then I had like 3 keys, and I'm like, ugh, I feel like he's gonna be so difficult. And then I just freaking obliterated him. It was awesome. Like, if nobody's done Scotizo before, like, it is so freaking easy. And as you saw right there, 34. So he did a 68, being a level 112 against a level 785 monster. So it's very, very low level friendly. When I say, or sorry, I should say like mid level. Low level is, in my opinion, okay, like super noob is anywhere between level nothing to level, I guess, 50. Then you got mid tier, which is like, or low level, which is like 60 to 90. Then you have your, which do you figure? Where was I going with this? Then you have your medium level from 90 until like, let's say 115. And then you have your upper level main accounts that are maxed pretty much. So that's just my opinion. The fact that you can just do this without having to have all the massive stats is it's really impressive. So yeah, especially on duos and trios. And cool, fun fact by the way. So I was actually doing a clue scroll, and you get attacked by those wizards where they either use a D++ or they utilize a figure. Or they utilize magic pretty much. And what? Watermelon seed? I've actually never gotten a watermelon seed before. Oh yeah. But I say, Trippy, once you do that, I mean, you should be freaking set. So a big thing that so I was doing a clue scroll, and I'm actually just gonna drop the watermelon seed right there. Sorry, where was I going with this? I need to marry that. So I was working on hard clue scroll, and I had like 4 health left because I didn't bring any sharks. I was poisoned, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm gonna die. Well, what I actually ended up doing was I actually teleported to my house, and I died at my house, and I was like, oh my gosh, this sucks, dude. I just lost all this stuff. I don't know how it's gonna work. Well, fun fact, which maybe everybody else knows, I didn't know, but if you're poisoned and you die in your house, you actually spawn immediately outside your house with everything. Stats fully restored. You don't lose anything. You pay no money from what I saw. I mean, maybe I wasn't paying attention or something like that. But it was just like you died in your house, when you're fighting in the boxing ring or something like that. Yeah, it was like nothing happened. I was like, huh. So pretty much what I'm saying is like, antidotes are a little expensive, but if you need to teleport to house anyway, like if you die in your house, you're just going to spawn outside and then you come back to your house. So that's a fun fact that I learned the other day. I thought it was actually pretty cool. So, yeah, I thought it was really nice. For everybody's SA2, I know I've talked about it before, the Crystal Halberd. So you have to, in order to have this, you need the hard Western Diaries completed. As you saw with the massive hits, it was totally worth it. Excuse me, pardon me. One thing though I would suggest is don't buy the Crystal Halberd off of one of the elves. I don't remember who it can be, but they'll charge you like 800k. Yeah, right? I didn't know what I did. So instead of you paying 800k for it, you can also just buy a crystal weapon seed, which is currently like 325k. When I bought mine, it was like 325k. It may have gone up to 350 or may have gone down to 300. But you can have it to where you just spend like 300k on the weapon seed, and then you utilize like 40 shards. Obviously, crystal shards are obtained from doing the Gryffindor's agility course, which requires like 75 agility, I think. And then you can do the Cryptic Gauntlet, the regular Gauntlet, and then whatever that other Volcano, which is a really cool, fun skilling boss that drops the Crystal Tool Seed, which it used to be going for like, I want to say 10 to 12 mil, and now it's going for like 8 mil or so, I think, or maybe 6 to 8 mil or something like that. Hey, yeah, have a great night, Clutch. Thank you so much for joining us. But it's totally worth it. And like 40 shards translates to, I guess like 240k, because each shard is normally about 6k a piece. So technically you're going to be saving, let's see, like let's just say it costs 340k plus 260, which will translate to 600k. So you're technically saving like 250k ish for just utilizing your own shards, as well as the fact that if you can't even utilize the shards to make divine super combat potions or divine other potions anyway, then what's the point? So, but yeah. But that's a whole nother story. If y'all want me to go on a complete tangent, I can tell you all about Song of the Elves and Prifendas and how much I loved the Gauntlet and the Corrupted Gauntlet until I literally did it like 400 and something plus times and then didn't get an enhanced crystal weapon seed. But I will never stop raving. Oh my gosh. That just completely wrecked me. He just hit me like freaking demolished me. I didn't land a single hit with the Dragon Warhammer. So that was ridiculous. I don't think I've ever gone that many times without landing a single Dragon Warhammer. Yes, I would highly suggest if you can do the Gauntlet, or once you, as a, it's nice that we're showing you all these bosses and stuff like that, but in my opinion, like, when you can solo on the boss, like, it's going to be so much better. I mean, you're just going to be, like, it's a great feeling that you can finally solo a boss. Don't get me wrong, like, you can obviously solo a couple bosses, but the Corrupted Gauntlet and the regular Gauntlet forces you to do that. And then it also just prepares you for, like, really hard bossing. Just my opinion. Like, the Corrupted Gauntlet actually used to be I had a video out where it was literally the #1 money making method in all of World 2 RuneScape, because it really actually was the #1 money making method in all of World 2 RuneScape. So, yeah, the Gauntlet, the reason why it's so good is because of the fact that you can literally, let's see, wait, where's my grave? He's gonna stomp on me, isn't he? Where the heck is my grave? Oh, there it is. There we go. So let's not die again. I need to turn that off. So pretty much it's like the Corrupted Gauntlet, you make like insane amount of money per hour. I mean, it used to be like over 6 mil an hour. Nowadays it's more like, I think a little bit less because the enhanced crystal weapon seed is less. So let's see. So sorry, I just need to recoup everything really fast. I got everything. I need to land some bandage guns, or these freaking hits right here. Bury those. But yeah, that's the thing though, is like you slowly get that number down pretty much. The prep time is going to be the hardest time, and I can definitely do some Gauntlet kills if you guys want me to. I do have to say though, I mean, I've done it so many times, so I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there who's probably just like, dude, I've seen you doing that like a million times. But if you guys want me to do a couple runs of the Gauntlet one time, I will definitely do a couple runs of the Gauntlet, and I can walk you through it, especially the regular Gauntlet. The biggest thing about the regular Gauntlet is if you're going for tier 1 armor as a noob, I think that's your first thing. Going for tier 1 armor, in my opinion, that's more like higher level. It's gonna be really hard. You're going to want to do tier 2 armor. Tier 3 armor, that's very unrealistic because of the fact that it just takes so long. So that's just my opinion. Usually, or what I was doing for the longest times, I mean, a couple hundred kills, I was going for tier 2 armor, and I was taking my time. And don't get me wrong, you're going to get less kills with tier 2 armor, but the thing is, if I go in there and I spend 5 minutes doing the Corrupted Gauntlet and I die, that's 5 minutes I just wasted trying to do something, when in all reality, all I had to do was just get tier 2 armor, add about 2 minutes to it, and then you're bing bada bang bada boom. So, that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people usually judge me for, just wanting to get the kill, but I just feel like it's smarter to get the stupid kill, waste, 20 minutes over a 10-minute span, get less money per hour, but still get the kill. So, the comfy wumpy for me is tier 2 armor, and I'll always suggest that for the regular Gauntlet and for the Corrupted Gauntlet. Now I can do tier 1 armor for both, just because of the fact that I mean, for the Corrupted Gauntlet in the world, I believe I still am. I'm top 2,000, which I'm pretty proud of myself. That means I literally don't do anything other than Corrupted Gauntlet. Okay, we're ready. Yeah, he's kicking butt for me. As well as the fact that Prifendas is the best agility in my opinion, of all Ultra RuneScape. Obviously, you also have the Held-Sepulchre. The problem I have with the Held-Sepulchre is you can't realistically do that on mobile. So it's kind of a pain in the butt when you're trying to. Come on, there we go. When you're trying to, get on mobile and do stuff. So, oh my gosh, did he do something wrong? He made. Dude, you said you lowered the stats. Didn't look like you lowered the stats. Dang it. So we're gonna go back in. Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought. The same thing too. But it's in reality too. Sometimes like it's all about your rooms. Obviously, that's actually all what it's about. It's just like getting a good room and getting lucky. Yeah, exactly. So the only reason why I figured out the Corrupted Gauntlet and I figured out the regular Gauntlet was I actually started watching other people's streams because I started going crazy, and they actually just explained it to me step by step, and I was like, huh, that makes sense. Like I literally got so much out of just watching other people, and I actually got Magic Flitter. I actually got the what is going on? What? Alright, cool, sorry. I actually got Woo Walking the same exact way. So it was actually really nifty because of the fact that I was able to figure out Woo Walking in the same manner that I got the Corrupted Gauntlet. And it's just watching somebody else, it makes a massive difference. So, man, I don't know, Shane, how is he hitting me? Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous. I mean, hitting through the specs, or hitting through all that. Song request. What is it called? What genre would you like? Hit me up. Because the thing is, I can't actually get a specific song just because of the fact that YouTube will ban my video. Because I've already had that happen multiple times. Like where literally they have it to where they don't allow me to do it. I can't. They put a little sticker on it saying, "Hey, you can't do that again." Or if I have too many of these errors, which I'm using literally free music just for your all's essay. Like, you can't use Apple iTunes, you can't use Spotify, you can't use all these things because they'll just pretty much not delete it, but I can't utilize it in the future if I ever do get 1,000 subscribers. So, whatever. But hit me up for a genre if you'd like to do that for a genre. Majority of the time, as you can see, I love EDM. It's just kind of nice and kind of chill. And it's, it'll pick up the beat every so often. So that's where I'm at, and everybody knows that. Or I'll do some hardcore rock or something like that. Not screamo or anything that's too loud. Okay, cool. Looks like his defense stats and everything are finally down. Finally. Yeah, so as you can see, you hit massive hits with the freaking Crystal Halberd. It's just slaying him. So, every so often, you will have a monster fight where he'll just beat the living crap out of you like that. You just have to eat up. But if he does start hitting you super high and it seems like you have not decreased his stats enough, just decrease his stats. That's all you gotta do, just like we did. And try not to die twice. But then again, though, I mean, how much did it cost me? Oh shoot, why does it do that every freaking time? Oh no, wow. I thought it was actually gonna make my screen go black. Come on, cannon, do something. You piece of crap. I'm trying to make it to where my cannon will actually step up and hit him. Nope, of course not. Oh, cannon. Ah, here we go, massive spec. 51. That's still not too shabby flabby. This is, yeah, I must say, if your defense level is low right here, this is literally the best monster for defense leveling because of the fact that your best attack method is going to be block because of the stab. So that's another thing too. Yeah, for all of your mechanics, you always want to utilize the stab option. So that'll do your biggest damage because he has load stab defense. So let's see what we got. Tuna potatoes. Ooh, that's not too shabby, Bobby. Nice. And teleport back to house. And as we did before, pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to reset. So we're going to use this, use that, and bing bada bing bada boom. The only thing that would make this better is utilizing your Dwarven Helm. Your Dwarven Helm will increase your crush attack. So therefore your, wow, I just ran in here without turning any of that on. Cool, nice. I got hit with a 0. I got lucky. It would increase your crush attack. So therefore you can have a higher chance of landing a hit as well as higher chance of doing a higher hit. So therefore one and the same. So yeah, I mean, and the Dwarven Helm, that's just from Dwarven Quest, I think. I don't know, I'm just pulling that out of my butt. I have no idea where that actually comes from. But I mean, it's free. So, pretty smart thing to have. Just gonna might as well pick all these suckers up because just free. Because they're gonna just disappear. Yeah, pretty much all I gotta do now is just land more and more Dragon Warhammer Special. The only thing I probably should have gotten is another Divine Super Combat Potion. And it's not the end of the world, as long as I'm actually getting my first hits with the Dragon Warhammer Special. I should be good, as long as I just don't get freaking just destroyed again. So there you go, we got all the Dragon Warhammer Specials up. So now we're gonna switch over to our Arclight. Sadly, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize I actually hit 4, but it's not the end of the world. That's the biggest thing though you have to watch is with Dragon Warhammer Specials, it's going to be a lot slower, as well as the Band of Godsword. Your ticks are a lot more with landing those hits, while with the Arclight, I mean, you'll see how fast. The runs are a lot faster. So it's like first, and then your second hit, and then you're out of here. Dragon Warhammer, I think, takes is like twice as long as like a 2 or 3 tick. I can never give you how many ticks it is. I'm not a huge ticker. You know, I just get ticked off. 6, okay, 2, I almost put 3, 2. So now we're currently up to 8, and I know you've been seeing a lot of people, as I'm teleporting, they run over to the right to these orange portal. So that's actually a private instance. Private instance cost 200k per. The reason why people do that is because of the fact that either they don't want to deal with leeches, aka people that come in on the fight and then don't do any damage, or don't drain the stats whatsoever. They literally just jump in and steal the kill effectively and all the work that you've done. Or they just, you know, they're low level and it's just easier to have a set room where, once again, you can't have leeches come in. Because just like, you know, Bandos, our model, Kriya Ra, the other weirdo god, people can jump in on your fight and take your kill if they do more damage, pretty much. So, yeah. Let's see, I got 8. It says 7, but once again, you don't have to land the hits. So I'm gonna go in and do 1 more. He probably is probably gonna get to 12 himself, but I like going over 20 a little bit more. Yep, as you can see, I'm just gonna land 2 more, or utilize 2 more Arclight specs just for good measures, because it is temporary. And now we're going to switch over to our Bandos Godsword. I have too much inventory space, so I'm actually going to run in there, drop a tuna potato. Actually, I'll drop a shark on the ground. It's probably smarter. And then we'll be able to hopefully utilize that in the fight. I'm just going to be doing this actually for an hour, just because my wife wanted to watch a show on the telly, so I pretty much was like, okay, cool, I'll play RuneScape for an hour, just figure all this stuff out, as well as I don't want to be up too long, because I need to get to bed for work tomorrow. Yeah. So I've been going to bed at like midnight pretty much, and every time I wake up and I'm like, I feel like I'm coming out of the grave. So I will be on for another, probably about 1 more kill after this. if you have any other questions or anything like questions, concerns, comments before I get off, just send them my way. But that's pretty much the biggest thing about Corp. Yeah, I mean, as long pretty much you got everything figured out for gear. Hardest part is ramping is just construction because it's so freaking expensive, realistically. Woo, 5 a.m. Geesh Weesh. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that, how early it is for you. And I'm the one complaining about going to bed at like, oh, I gotta go to bed at midnight. I'm glad you're getting your levels up, though. You're a true gamer, that's for sure. I tip my non-existent hat to you. It's hard work. Cool. So usually we do 200 total damage. I'm just gonna take that a little over this time because for some reason every single time we just keep getting slapped. So I'm just gonna go in here. He's probably gonna just go in with his other weapon, but I'm just gonna make sure we got his magic down all the way. So I'm just gonna go, I usually like going in, and once I land 2 relatively nice hits or just hits in general, then I'll just call it and send it. Of course, yeah. I'll definitely, I'll do the Corrupted Gauntlet and the regular Gauntlet. I'll show you guys a pretty good stream. Obviously, I'll walk you guys through it. I'll have to jump into the regular Gauntlet first, just because actually, I mean, I haven't done the regular Gauntlet in so long. So definitely get on the regular Gauntlet and then jump into the Corrupted Gauntlet. And yeah, we'll see what happens pretty much. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. And then we can definitely do some God Wars dungeons, but I'm sorry, as you can see, I've just been so addicted to this freaking thing that it's been great. So yeah, we'll have to do it hopefully this weekend. I'll be able to jump on and we can, let's see, we did Commander Zil, no, we didn't do Commander Ziliana. We did Bandos for a while, then we actually went to, I did Commander Ziliana, and then we also did Korea Raw, which was okay, I guess. I mean, apparently you can drop pretty good stuff. I'll definitely get into some Korea Raw if you guys are interested. Wow, it was a massive hit. Yeah, for sure. So if you want to, I don't know, I can't remember if I asked before. Do you have 70 agility? I feel like that may have been one of our issues before, unless I'm wrong. I may have been thinking about somebody else. Because if you don't have 70 agility, that's our biggest thing for Commander Zoyana, and that's the one I actually do like a lot. So that sounds good. Oh, cool! We killed the stupid little dum-dum. So yeah, if you guys want to, so Bandos 70 strength defense or 70 strength minimum for. Okay, good, awesome, perfect. Yeah, 70 agility for Commander Zoyana. For Korea Raw, I don't remember what the minimum is. I don't feel like there is actually. You just kind of swim across. And then the other guy, the Zamarok guy, can't tell you too much about him because I have no idea what the minimums are. But, I mean, your best bosses are going to be Commander Ziliana and Bandos. So what we'll do next time is we'll do some Ziliana because I love Ziliana so much. Because especially with duos and trios, I mean, you're just freaking chilling in the center or in the corners, drawing her towards you. And her minions are kind of beating the crap out of you, just like any other guys. So it's not really the end of the world. Let's see what we got. Ooh, magic logs. And I didn't have to eat that whole time. So there you go. Actually, I'll do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the bank really fast and get... oh, wait, cool. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So yeah, and make sure, and yeah, you don't need the best in slot gear, but make sure you have your Seratum and stuff, your Zamarok stuff. So majority of the time it is a suggestion, but man, it's if you don't have that stuff, like it's very hard. So let's see. I'll bring a little bit of food. Don't need that much. And I want to pick up my cannon after this fight because this will be the last fight right here. I could have also got my Dwarven Helm once again to land some more of these hits. I don't know. It's not a waste of inventory space, but I'm like, if I'm going to land the hit, like, I don't know how much a Dwarven Helm will really help. I don't know. That's just me. If anything, the whatever it's called is going to do more. The Divine Super Combat Potion. Yes. Oh no. You only use ranged in Zelyana, from my understanding. I have never used anything else. So that's a big thing is that pretty much what you do. So Zelyana is a walking god, I guess, whatever. And pretty much how you kill her is with the twisted bow, obviously, because the twisted bow is way OP and it's good for every super monster. Or you use the dragon the dragon crossbow, or you utilize the model crossbow. And what you do is one person will stand. You stand in corners pretty much, and you'll have it to where one person will attack her twice. She'll be drawn towards that person. Then the other person will attack her twice, and then it's literally just you just draw her in every direction. It's just kind of like bandos, you know. If one person attacked him from the get-go, then they'll go right at them. And then for Zelyana, I think she actually just keys in on one person from the get-go, and then you can just move her back and forth. So, in my opinion, Commander Zelyana is a lot easier than bandos, just because that bandos just smacks sometimes. Don't get me wrong, Commander Zelyana can smack you too, but as long as you do it correctly, like, she won't ever touch you. So, yeah, and so if you need to get your range level up and stuff like that, it's really good. The massive things that you're going to need, though, is you're going to need the Toxic Blowpipe, which I think you already have already. I mean, that's kind of like a bare minimum for a lot of these monsters. Toxic Blowpipe, a really good crossbow if you got one, or the T-bow, which I know none of us have. And then good ranging gear, because ranging gear kind of turns into magic defense, which is what you're going to be praying the whole time, is going to be protect from magic, or missiles, or whatever you call it. Is it just magic or missiles? I should look it up because I'm interested. Protect from magic, what do you know? Oh shoot, I don't want to utilize. Yeah, one thing on here is if you accidentally don't utilize your special attack and you poke them, it actually uses a charge, so I may have like 906 charges now. 902 instead of 903. Nothing but well. Boom, you're perfect then. I think the Dragon Crossbow is like number 3 or 4 on the best in slot list, so it's on the list. So hopefully once you get a drop, you'll be able to buy the Armado Crossbow, which just has better range as well as better damage, I think. Just land 2 more hits here. Boom. And then switch over to the Bando Scott Sword. So, and then, oh, one massive thing too that will save you a lot of money, as well as increase your attack too. If you don't already have completing the Dragon Slayer 2 quest and obtaining the Ava's Accumulator instead of the Ava's Assembler, you're, I think, unless I have that backwards, I feel like that's right. Ava's Accumulator is the highest one. I don't think there's like a 0% chance that you lose anything on the ground. And so you don't have to pick anything up, so you're not wasting money on those Diamond Dragon Bolts. And 2, your range attack goes up probably, maybe 5. I can't think on the top of my head what it is. I haven't looked at it in so long just because of the fact I have it. And so that's, and as well as, I think you need Vorkath's head, so that's another thing, is if you do need help with the Vorkath, I have over 1,600 kills of Vorkath, which, don't get me wrong, I was really proud of, but then I realized, holy crap, there are people out there who have so much more. Oh, cool, perfect. So then you just did Vorkath like one and done, pretty much. So that's fine. Well, the biggest thing with Vorkath is just setting up. I mean, setting up your location. If you have the Dragon Hunter Crossbow, obviously it's going to make your life way better. The only problem I have with Vorkath is the fact that, I mean, obviously, like, getting the visages is going to be super hard. I mean, it's very slim. Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. Well, my opinion with the with him is, yes, that's true. Dragonfire Ward, or the what are you doing, dude? Go in. I don't know why he actually went and attacked. I haven't landed all my hits yet. So, well, how many have you gotten? I mean, if he's ready, I guess. Sure. So, pretty much, yeah, pretty much just setting up. And the biggest thing, though, is if you have the Armado crossbow, which I didn't notice until one time I just got the crap beat out of me. So you can't woo walk with the Armado crossbow. Oh, that was a massive hit right there. Let's go. The reason why you can't woo walk with the Armado crossbow is because the attack range. The attack range is higher than the Dragon Hunter crossbow, so it actually doesn't drag you towards the monster. So woo walking is pretty much just walking. It's walking in a line and then stepping forward to attack him, only to step back immediately. If that makes sense. I'll do it one time. Hey, what's up, Mick Ripperson with a horseshoe on his butt. So I'll finish my spiel really fast before I forget what I'm talking about. So pretty much, yeah, you're literally gonna be. Don't jump on me, you freaking turd McMuffin. So if you, oh nice, he didn't jump on me. So if you utilize any other crossbow other than the Dragon Hunter crossbow, or something with a higher range, I don't know what the actual range is for like the Dragon crossbow or anything like that, but you won't be able to utilize woo walking, which is like just instrumental in being able to do all that damage that you want to do in a small amount of time. Woo walking is tricky and it's really annoying if your ping is low because of the fact that it won't translate very well, but your kills will just go down, or your kills will increase immensely and your time will just a crazy decrease. So how would I suggest that? As well as it'll make you a better bosser as well. And he's just being a turd muffin again. So yeah, thanks a lot. About to say, sorry McRip. I'm glad if anything you joined in on the final boss battle. This is gonna be the last one of the night because I'm actually gonna go jump on and watch some TV with my wife. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for the questions. I really appreciate it. This was really fun. It was really perfect. We got about, this was like the 4th or 5th kill or something like that. So not too shabby flabby in my opinion for dying twice and then doing all this. So tuna potatoes. Dang it, I really thought it was gonna be a good one. Oh well. Oh well, not the end of the world. But hey guys, thank you so much for keying in and everything. Sorry we ended on such a lame drop, but not the end of the world. If you guys have any further questions, I'll see if I can get back on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. And yeah, I'll probably do some more corp. It's a lot easier to just do one kill pretty much, or one monster pretty much on the weekdays. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night. Enjoy it, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.